We have parents that think anybody that contradicts their children are horrible people. You're not allowed to tell these parents that their children are not turning in work, they're not doing their job. You're not allowed to tell these set of parents that their children are liars, that they are thieves. That's what a plagiarist is. That they are manipulative, that they are disrespectful, that they are cruel, that they have been caught harming others. You cannot tell these set of parents that their child has addictions, their child has learning disabilities. You cannot tell these set of parents that their children are duplicit. And you cannot tell these set of parents that you told their children no. And these children, borderline feral, because they are free range, gentled, and neglected. So you've got an array of parenting styles, and the disciplinarians who have to discipline their children quietly have the straight A students. And then you have this movement of parenting styles where there are no consequences, there's just rewards. And they're also giving rewards before the child has proven they deserve it. So they've come up with the idea of rewarding the child and taking the reward away when the child disappoints them. But by that point, the child has already been skipping dozens of days of classes and hasn't turned in multiple assignments. This set of parents are the worst parents I have ever met in my life. They out horrify the boomers. The boomers were pretty neglectful, but they were disciplinarians, and they demanded that their children represent the family and were respectful in public. Consequences were usually abuse, and that is nothing that we condone or want, but there were consequences, real, tangible consequences. These set of parents do not believe in consequences at all. And so I don't want to teach their kids. Their kids are unteachable. And if you don't believe me, Texas just lowered their standards. Your kid passed the STAR test? That means they made a 32. Did your kid master the STAR test? That means your kid made a 72. Your kid, the children of these horrible parents, are not educated. They're being babysat. They're being babysat. And parents don't want to hear from you because just make sure my kid's alive while I work. Do you have to complain? Why did you say no to my kid? Please call me now because I'm not happy with this situation. Yeah. There will be story times because I'm not leaving. A majority of teachers who I've heard that are leaving teaching because of admin, it was because admin didn't stick up for them. I have admin that stick up for me. So that's the only difference between me and those teachers. But we have one thing in common, and that is we are trying to educate students who have been told that they do not have to listen to us, they don't have to respect us, they don't even have to show up for us. And we are not allowed to say no to their children. We're not allowed to discipline their children. We're not allowed to hold their children accountable. Now, the genius part of me is that I did it anyway, because I know how to work the system. I know how to document behavior. I know how to document correspondence. I know how to communicate. And I know how to follow all of the politically correct techniques that the districts want teachers to do in order to not get sued. So I know how to use those techniques. I know how to use that system in order for me to hold these students accountable. But it is exhausting. And there are some teachers that don't have the drive, they don't have the will, they don't have the stamina. I built this stamina up by raising 14 teenagers. 14 teenagers, what am I talking about? 4. I never had 14 kids. 4 teenagers. So I have the patience. I have the stamina. There are young teachers that can't do it. And they give in. And they're breaking rules. And they are actually committing some serious problems. I don't want to say they're committing crimes, because they're not, but they are breaking a lot of rules to survive. And that's why admin can't go to bat for them, because you're not even following the techniques that we told you to follow. If you would just do those techniques, document that you've done those techniques. But see, that is so tedious. That is so tedious. And some people just don't have that natural skill to get through it, okay, I'm going to play your game. I'm going to do what you want. I'm going to do this. I'm going to coddle your child. I'm going to capture their heart. I'm going to remediate. I'm going to reteach. I'm going to do all these things. And then I have a leg to stand on. Then I'm in a power position where I can fail your child and you can't come back. Well, did you follow their accommodations? Yes. Well, how do I know? Here's the seating chart. This is where your child sits. These are the times I took a test. This is where your child went to small group. These are the notes that I'm required to give your child. This is the differentiated lesson plan that I provided for your child. This is the alternative assignment I provided for your child. I took your child's accommodations for how many days they could turn in a work assignment, and I extended it to this. And I did this, and I did this, and I did this. Here are the 14 emails that I've sent you. Here are the 14 emails I sent your partner. Here are the emails that I've sent your child. Here's how I talked to your child. These are the exact words I said to your child. I'm telling you, I'm a principal's dream. So I've never had any serious confrontation, because parents figure me out real quick. But it is exhausting. It is exhausting to be the CIA and the FBI just to educate one stubborn human being. And I just rather not. So, part 3, I'll tell you what I am going to do.